Welcome back to Delightfully Dysfunctional Therapist Reacts. I'm Kaylani, and today I'm reacting to Aurora, Echo of My Shadow. I'm excited to continue exploring the world of Aurora, and I am always intrigued by the different themes that she brings up. So here we go. Oh, before I do, I wanted to give a shout out to a couple of people who have sent us tips, which is so sweet because both James and I have full-time jobs and families. So this is our little passion project. And we wanted to say thank you to Jinxie Blue and Andrew Swartz. We appreciate that so much. And for anyone else who sends us a little tip, we will always be giving you a shout out. We appreciate that so much, delightful humans. And please make sure to subscribe so that you get all the notifications and more information and good mental health tips here from us at Delightfully Dysfunctional. And without further ado, here is Aurora, Echo of My Shadow.
If I stay here any longer, I'll stay here forever. And the echo of my world will fade. Will the edge of my sorrow be gone in the morning? I stay right here, stay in the light, my dear, until the love you crave falls in your arms. Ooh, I know your mind moves like the wind. Sometimes, if you can't rise for
Okay, I already feel like this is a song that I might need to listen to a few times to sink in. But for this first reaction, if I stay here any longer, I'll stay here forever, and the echo of my world will fade. There's a couple different ways that I could take that. On one hand, I think about people who are feeling really low and really depressed. And as a mental health therapist, those are sometimes the way that I might first start meeting a client is really, they've reached a point of needing some extra help and they're in a really low place. And I think a very powerful realization is kind of, if I stay here any longer, I will stay here forever. And I could fade away instead of taking a chance to live life to the fullest or living in more authenticity. Like there can be a numbing to losing hope. And then that can sometimes feel safer than reality and possibility, because humans are simultaneously what can hurt us the most, and also what heals us is connection to other humans, which is why I feel we have created a very special community here at Delightfully Dysfunctional, because we are really about compassion and curiosity. So that's one interpretation. And then another part of my mind as a psychedelic assisted therapist and doing some of that work and coaching with that is if I stay here in this altered state, then the echo of my world will fade. Like this feels more real than reality. And I'm sure that it may not have anything to do with that, but meditative states can also get you to an altered state of consciousness. So this could be a song about enlightenment. Because then I love the next part where it's, stay right here, stay in the light, my dear. And so much of what I try to empower my clients to do is like, you have this little flame, this little passion, this light of who you are. And how do we nurture that? How do we understand the healthy boundaries that are needed, or the new insight, inspiration, or perspective that can really help you instead of dampening that light? I know that's a big metaphor to describe it, but just I think so often we can give of ourselves without realizing the impact of that. And not that we should not give, we should. And that's where the song kind of leads, like, until the love you crave falls into your arms. Like, we can be yearning for something or have some big goal that we keep striving for. And to me, this is really saying, like, just be present, and like things will come to you when you can stay in that presence and be mindful. I know your mind moves like the rain sometimes. If you can't rise for us, do it for love. Oh, that's just so beautiful. Your mind moves like the rain sometimes. I don't know. Is that like an ADD metaphor? Because you're all over the place. I kind of think of, yeah, rain. Or does that mean like dreary thoughts? Like rain can represent just gloomy weather. Either way, I think that it's the beautiful interpretation. If you rise for us, do it for love. And when it says for us, like, you could take that as a significant other, or like the collective, rise for the collective, because I think when we really can, we have this gift to this opportunity here on earth in this lifetime to make a positive impact. And a lot of that positive impact, the raw materials, come from our pain and being able to understand that pain and what gift we want to give back. And that's what I'm hearing so far. Okay, I feel like I've rambled enough. So sorry. We got to get back. I need more.
If my life is just a moment and this world is ancient, then the light through my window will fade. Young mountains, old rivers, I let them become me right now. Stay right here, stay in the light, my dear, until the love you crave falls in your arms. Ooh, I know your mind moves like a wave sometimes. If we can rise for us, do it for love.
This is such a beautiful song. Okay, so I want to back up to, if my life is just a moment and this world is ancient, which is so true. Like, that's a perspective I think that is important for us to take, like understanding the history and how many lives before us that were full and rich, and the lessons that are learned along the way. Like, we should be more curious about our history and where we come from, and just considering those things. Okay, I don't know, I just love that. So my life is just a moment and this world is ancient, then the light through my window will fade. To me, that's our life here is temporary. We will fade. It's the one reality that is true for each and every one of us, is that there is a ticket back. And we will all die at some point. And I think that realization should actually ignite a fire and an excitement, and hopefully a curiosity into how you can really live it to your fullest. So then, young mountains, old rivers, I let them become me right now. We're tying in nature, and there's even, we could even bring in some insight from the elements too, like mountains, that's earth, and then rivers. And it's a lot about being able to be grounded and steady, and also adaptable. And water kind of also illustrates being able to communicate. And then I think it's just the wisdom too. We were talking about how ancient the world is. So just I let the past and the present kind of sit right here. Young mountains, old rivers. And just when we're in nature, that's when I think we can find our most connected places. And we should seek them out and be very grateful for them. And sometimes it's just the tiniest of things. Like I've mentioned before, often if I can just see some blue sky out of my office window, that makes it on my gratitude list. So it doesn't have to be grand, but we should take time to be in nature and to really take those things in. Okay, I'm really loving Aurora, and I'm ready for the last bit here.
If I stay here any longer, I will stay here forever. Till the echo of my shadow is gone. There are heroes within us. There are lovers around us. They will be here forever. I know.
Oh, I love that. If I stay here any longer, I will stay here forever till the echo of my shadow is gone. There are heroes within us, there are lovers around us, they will be here forever, I know. Wow. I love in the beginning, it's out, then the echo of my world will fade. And again, I think when you reach like continue to become more enlightened and gain this perspective of a lot of acceptance and peace for whatever it is that enters into your life as you process through that and you see the gifts within the piles of shit, you also get this really healing growth that comes along with that. And then it's kind of taking you through this healing journey in my perspective as a therapist, but there's can be so many other interpretations. And so then the ending lyrics here, like to the echo of my shadow. And if we understand shadow work, it's really these defensive parts or sometimes destructive parts of us that come up as a result of unresolved trauma and internal pain. And there's a lot of different ways to kind of understand and describe that. But, it can be just this protective part that's really meant to make sure that we don't get hurt again. But it can present to others as oftentimes being very critical or unloving or closed off, withdrawn or some reactive. And it can be confusing for each individual to navigate that, or again for the people around them. So like this again is really interesting if I view it as this journey to gain more mindful and present and enlightened state. That shadow would dissolve. There are heroes within us. There are lovers around us. They will be here forever, I know. And that journey is a hero's journey. It's a hero's journey to do that work, to climb through and that process, especially if we've been deeply hurt by people in our lives that we care about. So I don't know. Again, my perspective may be unique, or maybe it resonates with any of you. Either way, she has that angelic voice and it's beautiful. And this was so much fun to react to Aurora. Okay, you guys. You saw me messing with these stupid things that whole time. And it was annoying and distracting for you too, wasn't it? Right? I need a fund. I need a fund to get better ones, okay? These don't fit my tiny little ears. And I can't handle it. I can't handle it anymore. But with all honesty, we appreciate those who have donated or sent a tip, and it has just meant so much to us. We try to fit this into our busy lives, and it's a joy to be able to share this space and just feel deeply with you. So thank you for recommending more Aurora, and I hope that you stick around. Please recommend more songs. Tell us other artists that you think we should check out. And we will see you in the next Delightfully Dysfunctional Therapist Reacts, or check out the Delightfully Dysfunctional podcast. And if you would like to schedule a free consultation call with me to see if we would work well together in life coaching or therapy, please click on the link or go to CoachKaylani.com, the link in the description. And we will see you in the next one. Bye-bye.